and I accept the people.
Okay, perfect.
No. I see some people from even the seat exhibition, which is really nice.
Welcome, Daphne. Welcome, Nujan.
Hello,
Yeah, Nujan is
people. We are waiting for you to arrive.
And I start to live meeting on social media,
Yeah,
on
that's
Instagram
perfect.
and Facebook.
Perfect.
cool.
Welcome,
Okay, so it's
everybody.
we are making some time so people can join a little bit more people in Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And Eren is starting the social media streams. So please stay a little bit patient.
All right. I think we can start now, if you want to.
Okay, let's start slowly. Albert, your microphone is off. Let's say hello, welcome, everybody.
Hello, hello. Hey there.
I am Derya.
I am Alberto.
And
And we
me,
have also Era. Yes. And
we
this is
have
the
also
beginning.
Eren.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
this
is the
is our
beginning.
first, yeah, the
Sorry.
beginning of the online event.
Hello, Daphne.
How are you? Beautiful.
Cool. So we were welcoming this online phase of Sprout and Spread project. We have already experienced a part of this project, a Sprout part, and now we are in the spreading part. So we will tell a bit more about this, and we are very happy to be here finally in the online phase in these Zoom events to speak about art and our artist community who will share our creations along these months.
Welcome again. As Alberto said, this is our first online event within the Sprout and Spread project. It is the start of our online phase or our online event, which are basically artist talks. And I hope it is going really well on Instagram and on Facebook now. If you have questions there, we try to see them, but mostly our main channel is Zoom, and we are here. We will welcome your questions here too. I hope all the technical stuff goes really well.
And we can say our watcher on Instagram, you can also join if you want to be in Zoom. In the story of Instagram, there are some Zoom link. You can participate from there. And yeah, can go.
Thank you, Eran. Also, it's nice to share. Now is the moment to share around everybody who is there with some friends or people who might be interested in joining the event. And well, time for presentations. My name is Alberto Monreal, and along with Derya, we are currently co-directing the Space for Nature platform that we founded together in 2020 with some other people in Istanbul. And yeah, we are pretty ready for this experience, and we are multidisciplinary artists, but we have become also cultural managers in this project because there are many things that we have needed to implement, a lot of, let's say, tasks to develop this platform, Space for Nature, that we are going to tell you about. Derya, if you want.
And yeah, about this, I can say we were searching for a kind of label to label ourselves, what we are doing in Space for Nature. We were discussing with Alberto about this, and we were saying, okay, co-founders, co-directors, coordinators, the head, the hands, all the body of Space for Nature doing a lot at the background, because it always has, as a platform and as an artist initiative, it has many layers to work on. And within this project also we have supporters. Eren is supporting us. He is an artist also, and he is supporting us with online events and social media in this term. So what is Space for Nature? Actually, as I said, it is an artist initiative and also a platform and network also. We founded in 2020 in Istanbul as a group of international artists. We had supporting artists at that term also from Turkey, from USA, and from Spain. Albert was there and I was there. So we always bring this as a multi-layered, multidisciplinary art platform, which comes up with art productions, training, site exhibitions. We always thought it as a whole big layered, nice platform in which we connect art and nature together. And in that term also we came to a point, it was the start of pandemic also, and this was our foundational process, and we had online art residency at our homes, which was like art therapy. We started to meet weekly and create artworks during this term. And then this term came with another conclusion, which is the SEED online exhibition. It is our first online exhibition. And we said, okay, we have these artworks. We want to share this with other people, with the world. And there should be other artists who are creating with nature and art connection. So why not to have an open call and to create this exhibition? And we had an open call. We had 26 artists all over the world and more than 100 artworks in this exhibition. You can still visit it. It is on our website. The seat Tuhu Lastemia exhibition. We also have some artworks there. And Alberto showed from the exhibition, now screen sharing. And also this is our profile and all the process. There was the Space for My Plan, which is still going on at the background, and some principles of Space for Nature, dealing with gender issues, immigration, climate crisis, healing, human connection, is human part of nature, or it is human separated from nature? We were searching also about this connection. So I can summarize like this, and also we are also artists of space for nature, Alberto and I, and also Eren now, and now will be soon. So this is about space for nature as a basic information. You can find out more on the website. Please check it. Please see the artworks there, see the exhibition. This visual is from Space for My Plant project. For example, we have many sub-projects and developing ideas all the time. So maybe we can go with the, yeah, Alberto, you go on.
Thank you. So maybe after this introduction, and we have explained about our context a little bit, maybe Eren can tell a little bit of instructions to the audience, technical instructions, so they can get orientated. Yes, is that okay, Eren? I stop sharing.
We lived a small problem, the echo problem, and I solved, I hope. And if you participate the meeting, please close your mic. And if you want to speak, you can raise your hand and you can join. Yeah.
Thank you. Also, when you will have the chance to speak at the end of the meeting, because we are introducing a little bit our art, so you can write your questions in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and then we will answer them in the end. So yes, these online events are going to consist on 3 artists per day, per night, telling about different stuff, different disciplines, because this is a multidisciplinary platform. And then we have many artists to speak. Today, just because it's the hardest day, let's say, because it's the first one, Derya and I are the artists who are going to speak about a little bit our art frame. And then we will have many others from this project that they joined the artistic residency that we organized here in Spain in September. So basically, what we did in September, it was the end of a whole process that started 3 years ago, and that had been developed online in the website that you have seen, in the Instagram account, and online. So we had, from the very beginning, before the pandemic came, we had this dream of getting together and making an artistic physical production. So Derya and I could make it finally 1 year ago in Aralık'ta, in the south of Spain. I'm going to screen share also, so you can see a little bit of what we did there. Okay, just a moment.
Alberto starts where the Sprout story started, Sprout and Spread story started. He also explained about the online events, which is now the first one is happening. And as he said, we will have other artists talking about their artworks and their art and their experience in the Sprout Residency in the coming event. So please check them. Now we go back to Sprout's story, how it began.
Thank you. So here, this is a little video about what happened in Alocina, in the south of Spain, in Malaga. We joined an Erasmus Plus project about climate. So there were many people interested also in the topic, and we could really make some dialogues with people, create a really good network. Meet, for example, Carlos, who is one of the project managers of the Sprout. and then also produce this little artist of movement along with Inga, which was one of the other participants, and we keep her in our hearts very deeply. And it was like the sprouting of the seed. We had the seed of our project, and suddenly things were happening further than this phase of dreaming and growing and networking. Things were happening. Creation was sprouting. No, it was being born. So then we decided to create our own Erasmus Plus project. And then Sprout and Spread came, but as a previous phase to the residency that we organized in September, we had this event in July, merging with another project that I take part in, which is called Esporas. It is an artistic retreat. And then Algaiden happened. Algaiden was this weekend retreat with different countries, where we could test a little bit the facilitation part, the workshops, and the way to coordinate people to share art with them and for them to share art with us. It was a very special experience, honestly, and also very useful because it was in the same space than Sprout and Spread Art in Nature, the residency in September. No, so that's basically about it. If you want to add anything, Delia?
Yes, I would like to add that it was also a nice experience in this ecologic house in a village called Aguaron in Spain. It was the beginning event of it, and had a nice experience there with the collaboration with Esporas, which Alberto is organizing in Spain, so, again related to nature. So so these are the seeds of sprouts. What we have done so far, we had a base starting from Istanbul, and then going on with the different projects as we are participants and as we are facilitators and curators. Now that moment we came, growing it slowly and making, trying to create awareness and raise awareness around nature and art together. So we all aim this in all these projects, making it step by step bigger, hopefully.
And we are willing for people to join every project we have, because we do believe in the needing of a community, an international community, to grow towards a more sustainable way of life. So there are different ways to participate, not only coming to the projects, but also, for example, we have the Space for My Plant project. If you write the hashtag Space for My Plant in Instagram, you will see the instructions to send us a picture of your plant, and we will make an artwork out of it, for example.
You will hear again about it in the future. It's not finished yet. It's our going on project, and we also have other ideas to develop in parallel, and hoping to have the exhibitions of them too in the future. So we will see. It's always collaborative, interactive, creational processes they have. Yeah.
Yes. So, do you have maybe anything to add, Daria, or maybe we can go on to the artist talks and speaking about a little bit ourselves?
So I would like to add a little bit about the Sprout and Spread Art Residency physically happened in Aguaron. We told a little bit about it. So we had incredibly creative artists there, and we were facilitators and concept developers of this project. and we also had an exhibition on the final day with this very nice artworks. And these artworks, you will be able to see them on the coming next online exhibition of Space for Nature, the Sprout Online Exhibition. So we are I'm so glad to have these artists and see their creational and processes and productivity and connection with their nature. So it is also coming soon. I would like to add this exhibition connection this time is related to real life physical experience. I would love to emphasize that this time. Yes.
Yay, thank you. So yes, we are looking forward to open the exhibition in December. So stay tuned because you will see all the marvelous artworks that people created there. There were 20 artists coming from all over Europe. So imagine. And so shall I start? Yes. Is that okay? It's time.
Please,
Perfect.
Alberto, yes. So we also had some questions from our participant artists in the Sprout exhibition, who we are. So then now we answer them. We didn't have the chance to make it in the residency, but now we can also mention a little bit who we are, what we want to do.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, so basically, how difficult it is to say who one is, but I will try. I selected some information of things that I have been doing in the last years, because I'm multidisciplinary artist and especially a relational artist working with human relationships as a prime matter of creation and art. So this, I come from the field of performance art. So I have been always interested in different disciplines, and in theater, fine arts, which is what I studied, or filmmaking. So I try to merge everything to create something meaningful, something useful, to keep learning and keep growing together, the personal growth and the social growth at the same time. No. So more or less, I could say that I have more or less 3 ways of reflecting on nature through art, and I'm going to screen share to try to explain with images a little bit all this process. So one of them is a more conceptual way. So it's made of videos. Let me turn down the volume so I can explain. Mainly video art creations where I put in common human elements and natural elements. For example, in the past, I try to reflect on the difference between what we are and what we expect to be in relationship with nature, especially. Also, in Istanbul, I was creating many different artworks with many different people and communities, because I don't understand art without the collectiveness. Many of these artworks, maybe I appear alone, but there are always many more people around, always. So authorship is always collective somehow. So in this one, Harvest, I made interviews to the most special people that I met in Istanbul before I left. And then to each one, I gave them a plant from the garden. This is Eran, who is also in the call, and Derya is around too. So it was putting in relationship, human relationships, and taking care of the plants. So I gave them my plants from the garden before I left the city. And this is a more visual proposal, but also within a art and nature project. This was about the storytelling, um, and it was also a conceptual way to tell about the relationship with nature with through a tale, a fantastic tale. And this was with Trarutan. Trarutan is an organization here in Spain, creating night experiences in the middle of nature, multidisciplinary night experience. In this case, it was inside a museum, but there were many others that we worked in a forest or a river, and it's a really special project also. So the second scope of the work, the artistic work I try to develop, is the relationship with the ruins. So I have been many times interacting with death spaces, or not death, but spaces that are looking for a new life. For example, landfills, abandoned places. This was a room example. I was measuring with my body the whole house. And transposing into Canva.
Alberto, I am really sorry. Is it possible you show a little bit and then talk, because the voice is cut, the sound is cutting a lot.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it the same for everybody?
Yeah. There's some small problem, Alberto.
Okay.
We cannot hear you. Sorry.
Do you think it is cut because of the image of the screen sharing?
I think so, because it starts when you start to screen share, it starts to cut. In other parts, we hear you well.
But now it's clear.
Now it's clear, no? I think it's about the laptop. So let me try something, and if you keep hearing me bad, you tell me again, okay?
Okay.
Do you hear me well now?
Yeah, perfect now. Now perfect. If you go with this way, it's perfect.
Great. So yeah, this was cartography of a ruin, a relationship with the ruin through painting, basically. This was archaeology, performative archaeology in Anatolia, in Turkey also, and it was also a deep relationship through movement with the ruins. Do you hear me well now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. This was in Argentina, also some explorations in abandoned places in a more theatrical way, and the photos were in a different order, but that's okay. You can see more images from cartography of a ruin here. And this is kind of Fluxus performance art group that was born last year in Zaragoza, in the city I live in Spain. And this was the foundational event, the first time that we got together, and we just went to this abandoned, fantastic place full of inspirational objects around, and freely interacted with them. And they have been organizing many events like this. So a lot of this kind of culture is being moved here in Zaragoza. This was also in a landfill, but a landfill of technological waste. So it was like, what happens if a wild body, if a wild person with no background in a city or in a urban environment finds all this trash coming from death civilization. And then more plastic artworks that I have created along this process, because when you perform, many times you find also the way to express through objects that you find. So this for me is related to climate migrations. It is a sleeping bag, but it has been installed as a dead cow, open with the organs and the body opened, because it's a very common image in the imaginary of the history of painting. So it was reflecting about homeless people and about especially refugees and climate refugees in an exhibition in Madrid. This was another sculpture about waste and about food waste that I created with Eran. in Istanbul. It was a very big man installed on the top of a ruin, also of a Burger King's ruin, and it was covered with trash coming from McDonald's containers. So this was the kind of critique that we tried to portray with this sculpture in the middle of the city. But it was very quickly removed from the place. And these were the other interactions also through the body. In Chile, in the route of the 7 lakes. So it was an exploration of 7 ways to be born. So 7 ways to sprout, maybe, to interact with nature, and how the body can come back to the feelings of being born and to the oldest memories that we have through the interaction with wild and virgin landscapes and places. And to finish, I would like to speak about my last projects and my current work about nature. So I have been developing this idea of community always around. So I'm a lot in contact with education and non-formal education. So for example, this is a theater play that I was directing last year with teenagers here in Zaragoza. It is the Trojan Women, which is an art play, theater play from the ancient Greece and Rome. And we gave it like a contemporary scope, reflecting on climate crisis and this post-apocalyptic scenario that we seem to have all around all the time. So it was a really deep experience with the teenagers and all the materials that they brought. It was really special, and we are going to keep on working on it. This is an old sculpture that should have appeared before, but I'm sorry for the disorder of this. And these are some paintings I'm trying to also create. It's not the media maybe that I'm more used to, but I'm interested in putting in contact the classical format of a Canva with the plants, because the plants are one of the elements of the syntax that I'm interested in. So these are other land art pieces, and this is the other Canva with the plant coming out of the Canva and breaking this classical format to create new meanings. Apart from these theater plays and exploration of plants and classical formats, let's say, there is this research I have been doing for the last 2 years, more or less, which is called the tree body or the tree man, putting in relationship the idea of that lies on my culture of Christ as a returning to nature, as a returning to the tree, as the body that comes back to the tree where the original sin was originated. So it's coming back to this natural state, to this wild state of the body. And it's an interpretation of the figure of Christ that really fits me much more than the typical interpretations that maybe the church or other cultures have given to him. And this is to finish the
Alberto,
almost.
can I say a little bit coming time for the poem?
Perfect. So this is the last thing to speak about, and then I give my poem to finish. This is the Red Rebel Brigades, and this I made a project about them within a Space for Nature, and I have participated in some other occasions. It's an initiative of Extinction Rebellion group, which speaks about the urgency to act about the climate crisis, because we are really killing a lot of species in nature because of human action. And we have been doing an intervention this week, and there will be many more, hopefully. I have showed some other pictures that I didn't have time to speak about, but also the important things are said. So I would like to finish with a little poem that came as a part of the residency in Aguaron, and then I give the word to Derya directly. And the poem speaks, it's in Spanish, and it speaks about how the memories are always waiting to be unveiled as different elements of nature. For example, como una abeja que duerme sobre las flores, como la tierra que siembran los sembradores, como el remanso de nubes antes del viento, esperará mi memoria su movimiento.
Teşekkürler Alberto. Thank you, gracias. Thank you, Alberto. I really like this poem that Alberto wrote in the Art Residency, and you can know all of it when the time comes in the exhibition. So thank you, Alberto. I'm amazed what you did, what you do with your art. So it was really exciting to see. I didn't know all of them. We have connection mostly from Bhutto. So we had this Bhutto spirit, so we can understand each other, even we don't know all the details or all artworks. But you may know about this. The Bhutto dancers can understand each other, like feel each other like that. So we also have very special friends in this case. Thank you, Alberto. So I will try to go for my arts background. So I will share the screen. I try it. Yeah, it's directly work. Oh, perfect. So I take it here. So I will use in this way. Can you see it? So I call myself as a transdisciplinary artist. I work as dancer, choreographer, and performing artist in general, and also define myself holistic artist because sometimes I need to change the discipline also to literature or to visual art. So that's why in the whole thing I find the way to create. I can say. So it's not in order, so I can go with this round. My background is I'm a self-taught artist and lifelong researcher. Maybe that's why I go so in different disciplines. So I have a background from photography, music, and dance, of course, and literature. So these are some photos from, I don't know, the years. I think 2005, something like that, 4, 5, those years. So some photographies. So I go back. Sorry, it's not in order. So yeah. So I want to mention about a few productions that I have been involved. So this was in Germany, Greece, and Turkey. So it was a really inclusive dance company and art dance theater. So in this one, I am dancing with the wheelchair, as you see. Now in the project I am involved, I am dancing with a walker. So Alberto was saying I am an orthopedic dancer, orthopedic material dancer. So I'm developing also this. So it was with a mixed-abled artist group, we created a dance theater here. It was like a mixed-abled artist, I say, we defined ourselves, what it was, disabled artists and able, or mixed able, like it's the question mark. So it was a really creative term in my life, with using different communicative ways, because everybody has different bodies and different perceptions, understanding perceptions, and different language and cultures. So it was a really inspiring production to be involved for me. It was in 2016 and 17. And autonomous, I want to also mention about this because it is also a multidisciplinary production. Media, art, and performance comes together. I was here, I was involved there as a dancer and choreographer, and we showed it in Germany in 2017. So this is another example. And Birlikte, it was again video art and photograph, again multidisciplinary production, and we performed it in Istanbul, Turkey. So this is some photographs from there. So Buto Space Dance, which was the main connection for myself to connect to Buto discipline, which is called the new generation of Buto. I went to Japan, Tokyo, to research for it and to have practice on it with Tetsuro Fukuhara. So also we had many events, performances, workshops in Turkey and in Japan. And also I continue to give these Buto Space Dance workshops in different European countries, in Germany, in Hungary. Then I developed my own workshop, Inspirations of Being, which is more holistic. And this one I told about, and what am I doing now? I am continuing to give classes, workshops of yoga, meditation, dance and movement, also taking place in different art projects with different roles. Sometimes I'm dancer, sometimes I'm choreographer. It's changing according to the project, or I contribute with another kind of art. So also in Space for Nature, as we started to label it, we have many roles and many dreams, I can say. So some photos from one of my workshops, and a photo of me dancing. And also I try to develop Zen yoga. It's here. I want to develop it as online and also physically happening in the Netherlands, yoga and art studio. Yeah, and for more information, you can check this link to Derya Dem, or you can mail me or contact me anywhere to learn more about my background. So these are the ones I want to share with you. I wanted to share, and also I want to show from the seed exhibition some of my artworks. And the seed exhibition, Alberto showed it, Tohum in Turkish. So this was my page. This was the with videos. So here, hücre, the cell. But you can see them on Space for Nature's account. Even I don't have it in my personal YouTube. And here I don't show them because YouTube can ban it. So I just wanted to show them some performative and conceptual artworks. And also here, I also, because of my photography background, I have here some auto portraits. Actually, I call nature portraits. One photographic poem. They have different names. The photographic collages I make at times as visual artworks. So I can show them because it is possible to show them. Yeah. Actually, these are what I wanted to share. So I try to go out of screen share. Hopefully I can do that. Yeah. Eren, can you do that? Because I cannot find it now.
You want to close your window?
Yes. Can you?
Okay.
Thank you. And when we talk about this photographic poem, I would like to yeah. This can be it. No, not this.
I
It
also
is in
didn't
Dutch.
find.
Okay, why I cannot do it because my computer is in Dutch and I am not good at reading Dutch yet. I started to live in the Netherlands 1 year ago, I can say. That's why it's a
Okay.
bit hard for me.
Okay, I guess. I tried. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry for this technical issue. And it's a Dutch computer and I am not good at using it still. So thank you, Eren. So I would like to finish my presentation with a poem, with a haiku. Also, I write haiku at times, and this haiku come out in the Sprout Art Residency when I was talking to Alberto in the conversation. So I tell it. Yo no soy solo yo. I am not just me. Ben sadece ben değilim.
Thank you.
I told it in 3 languages because it's very short and haiku. Thank you.
Beautiful. So after these talks, we have spoken a little bit about things we do, and now it's the time for the audience, in case you want to make any intervention or question or comment or anything you be interested. Especially the audience in Zoom, you are invited to speak. When you want to speak, just raise hand. There is an icon about raise hand that gives you this chance in this marvelous platform. So in case there are some other interventions, go for it. It's your turn to speak. Also, we will be checking Instagram and Facebook in case you are there.
And in this time, I would like to add also when we talk about our artistic background, Alberto, I would like to add that we also have a common artwork in the Sprout exhibition. And actually what we shared as an haiku, I shared, and a poem Alberto shared, it is somehow part of our common artwork, so you can be knowing more about it when the Sprout exhibition comes open. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I had forgotten about it. So yeah, it's time for interventions of the audience in case you want to say anything, because there are so many things to say always.
When we wait, if there can be questions from you from different platforms, as Alberto is checking them, I also want to say something that the time we are going through, all as all humanity, is with wars and violence, many bad things happening, and it's affecting humanity and also all the nature, all this planet. And we are very, very sorry for this. And we are really, really hoping that we can make some peace and peaceful steps, even in this term with this online event. Talking about peace, talking about what we can do better, talking about our connection with nature and art, we find this meaningful, and hoping peace for all of us and for all the world as artists. And also, I would like to add that in 29th of October, it is the 100th year of Turkish Republic. So it is a long time, and I am so proud to be seeing this day. And also, I would like to thank the founder of Turkish Republic, the modern Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. What he said, I would like to share at this point: peace at home, peace in the world. So peace in your country, peace in the world. Yeah, I would want to share this in the days that we are all experiencing together.
Thank you, Derya. I think we are gonna finish, but I wanna ask some question to Alberto first. I wanna ask what he think about band and banana artwork. Do you know, Alberto? The artwork.
You mean Maurizio Catalan's banana?
Tape and banana. Yes. Do you know?
That was sold for, it was a banana stuck on the wall?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I would like to share.
Yeah. Please show our people.
Yes. I don't know where I have it. Yes. Let me check. A reinterpretation I made from it. Let me try to find it.
Okay.
Here it is. Think. Yes. Yeah, I don't want really to answer with words, but maybe with images, or maybe a little bit of word to explain how it worked. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
So this was some days after that happened. I was preparing a project, an immersive project in Madrid, in the city center, in a gallery, and then we intervened the door with the gallery with these beautiful bananas that were for the people, of course, for the people to eat them. So people passed by and ate them, and felt really happy about eating them. They disappeared one by one, and it was a nice intervention of nature also in the middle of the city. because fruit is something coming from what we call nature.
A
Look at
very,
this
very
beautiful,
contemporary art.
yeah, and look at this beautiful peel of the banana stuck on the wall, on the door, after someone ate it. It's also a poetic of the ruin. Yeah, and that was the last one that remained.
Hmm.
This is my answer.
I really like it. And the original one is there is some idiom in Turkish. Yersen. It means if you can eat. And we use this idiom for like if somebody told you lie, and if you believe, you eat. And I want to say for this tape banana artwork, the original one is quite makes me sad, but I like yours because people can eat, and this is something good.
Actually, the original one by Maurizio Cattelan was eaten also by a performer artist, so it could be eaten also. It was eaten.
Yes, but I mean, like, the original one is so expensive, you know. You don't want to eat maybe, but yours is not expensive in a physical way, but I think it's more expensive in a public way for me.
Do
I
you
don't know.
want to eat only cheap things or free things?
Maybe I'm so hungry for art.
It's expensive, but I don't want it. Don't give me that
Yeah,
Um,
I don't want to eat.
Eren, you may be really hungry. Maybe it's better that maybe you didn't have the chance to making the posters, making all the online event technical preparations.
Give me money.
Maybe you need to eat a little bit. So actually now, do we have any other
Um, there is
also
just an
there is
intervention. Yes. So
yeah,
Jarek
there is
Lustig.
a comment that bananas a very political issue. Jarek is saying in Poland. I don't know about this, but maybe you can also search about this. But I really like the artwork. I thought it was really nice. So do we have other questions in different platforms? We are checking still. If not, we can slowly come to an end. And in this,
Yeah, I am finding in Instagram. So we have one of the artists from the Seed exhibition, from the first one that we organized, Arden Oluk from Turkey. He is asking Derya, is it a special wheelchair or standard, the wheelchair of your performance that you showed?
it was I think a little bit higher than standard because it was the quality was really good, but it was a real wheelchair, and one of the artists in that production, she was using it. The wheelchair belongs to her, and it was her wheelchair, and I created with her wheelchair. So it's part of her life, and it became a part of her art piece. And then also it was really nice to see the connection, the relationship she has with it. It started to change even during the residency. We had a really intensive 1 month residency, so we could live together. We had time to create art together. So this was very meaningful to me. So she became a friend with her wheelchair. She's also a cinema actress and a performer, very famous in France. So yeah, I like changing stories. So it was also touching me, this process. creational process with the wheelchair. And now in a project that I forgot to tell, now in this term I am performing gender project. It is again Erasmus Plus project, and it is about taking neighborhood people in the city where I live in Tilburg, and women come there, and there is a woman with a walker in our group again. She has she has it for years, and now we also have a duo with her, and I'm dancing again with the walker, with her walker, and she also gave a name to her walker anymore. Walker's name is Billy anymore because it became something else for her. Yeah, I want to share this also.
Thank you. So I think we are over. If nobody else wants to add anything, thanks everyone who joined live. Thank you for being in this lovely meeting room and watching the live videos on Instagram and Facebook. We will keep sharing it there, so you can check it at any time. And we hope to see you back in the next event, the 2nd of November. We will have some other artists. Eran will speak about his own artwork as an artist, because he is participating here as a technical manager, but he has also a really interesting artwork, and he has shown it also in the platform. And also Mariona Rios and Lucia Cayenne, Spanish creators, will also join. So that's it for today. Woo! This is the start of the online phase of the Sprout and Spread project.
Yeah, I also really, really want to thank you, each of you here at Zoom and in different social media channels that you listen to us, you watched us, and you were with us in this process, the start of online phase. So we will have more artist talks with incredible artists from the Sprout and Spread Art Residency. Stay tuned on Thursday evening, UTC plus 1 anymore. Today it was different. So at 8 o'clock it can be different hour in different countries. Please check it. Please check our social media and follow other artist talks. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Yarek. Thank you, Celine.
Thank you, Yarek, Celine, Defne, Alberto,
See you.
Lucia. Thank
See
you.
you soon.
Now I will close the recording, guys. Hope to see you next week. I will talk. And thank you, Alberto and Derya.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Let's make hearts. Yeah, I hope so.